This show keeps getting weirder, and I am here for it. Today we're discussing episodes 10 to 18. Now, the first 9 episodes are pretty formulaic. It is, oh, there's a new angel coming to attack Tokyo. And then Shinji going, but I'm scared. And then them going, but you shouldn't be scared. And Shinji goes, oh, well, I am, but I'll fight him anyway. And then he fights him, and then the angel's dead, and then, yeah. And then there's a dance party. But now the story is getting weirder, and things with the Evas and angels are getting revealed, and the characters are getting more complicated. Which is shorthand for traumatized. But before I get into it, what did you think of the series? Let me know down below. I need to get out a bunch of thoughts. Number 1, there is something up with Ayanami. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I am missing, what is coming, but there is something up with her. She knows something. She's gonna play another role. There was literally a time when I was thinking, is Shinji the only person that can see her? Which I know is dumb, but I was so fixated on this idea. There's something up with her that I don't know. I'm pretty sure that she knows what the Evas are. There was this one line where I think it might have been Ritsuko Akagi. She said she was afraid of Asuka and Shinji learning what the Evas truly were, but not Ayanami. She didn't mention Ayanami's name. And we always get looks at like Shinji and Asuka's readings with their Evas, but not with Ayanami. And she's, I don't know what to say, but she's just kind of in the background, like the murderer in a murder mystery, you know. I think she's got a big role to play in the future, and I don't know what that is. Number 2, I still don't know what the angels are, but I have ideas. These creatures that are assaulting Tokyo every episode. I thought for a while that they were aliens who crashed to Earth, probably with the second impact. But 1, they've clearly got mechanical elements to them. They can infiltrate computers. And 2, like Mrs. Masato literally says at one point that they have an SD drive in them, or an S drive in them, which means that they're cyborgs of some kind. But then in episode 10, we also see that one of them is born from an egg inside a volcano, which means that the angels have been on Earth this whole time, and maybe the second impact just woke them up. The thing that I'm kind of toying with is that they're an elder species of Earth. And the reason that is coming from, like, the elder species in the terms that, like, they were the first inhabitants of Earth before humans came along, or they seeded Earth with humans in some way, and now they're back. And this is obvious in some ways, and now I finally know what they're actually here for. They want to come get Adam, which is this angel that they've got pinned up like Jesus Christ on the cross down in the base of Nerve. They're trying to get to it for some reason. They mention it's because the end of the world or something like that, but that's probably just myth. I feel like this is going in almost the Nier Automata direction, where you've got these creatures who are initially presented as like mindless, killing, evil things. And then across the course of the story, you realize that they are feeling and sentient and just want to not be alone, or just want friends, or just want to live on themselves, and you've been killing them the whole time. I have a horrible feeling that like that's what the angels are gonna be. Maybe all this time they've just wanted to rescue their friend who is being tortured at the bottom of the world, held in near-death condition. You look at him, he's torn to shreds, and they just want to rescue their friend. I mean, Nerve is clearly hiding things, and they're run by some pretty shadowy people, so maybe Nerve are the bad guys, but I can't get past the name Adam, okay? Because that is really weird, because it could be that the term Adam is just something that they use to refer to the first of any kind. It's the first creature of any kind. But that is a human term. Like, Adam is an innately human term, the first human. But there's another thing, another fossil, which means that it probably didn't come from this Adam angel, which they refer to as the first human. So either they're connected or they're 2 entirely different Adams. I don't know, and where the hell is Eve? But Akari also refers to this fossil as the first human, as Adam, I think, which makes me wonder if they're connected and maybe humanity evolved out of the angels millions of years ago, which would fit with my elder species idea. I don't know. So there are either these two different Adams, or the term Adam just refers to the first of a kind. It's confusing. I mean, he calls it the Human Instrumentality Project, which means, hell if I know. Number 3, trauma. Now, I thought that this was going to be a heartwarming story about a father and son learning to reconnect, and him realizing that his son just wants to make him happy, and them reconciling. But no. Oh, wow. Yeah, no. Akari is a dick. Akari is horrible to Shinji. In episode 18, he forces Shinji in his Eva to kill another Eva, another pilot, with his bare hands, basically, almost forcing him to murder someone that he knows. And Akari doesn't give a crap about this kid. He just says, I don't have time for childish tantrums. I'm starting to think that that Nerve is the villain, and I love these types of stories. I was right, by the way. Miss Masato's boyfriend was a double agent working for the Japanese government, infiltrating Nerve, but if Nerve is the villain, then technically that makes him not so much a traitor, but a hero. Yeah. I mentioned in the first video that I wanted Shinji to be more interesting, to be more active, and he absolutely is now. You know, talking back to his father, the experiences that he's clearly been through, choosing to leave and no longer be a pilot. It very much absolutely does that for me, which is great. He realized that the reason he wanted to pilot originally is because he wanted to impress his father, but he's kind of realizing that his father doesn't give a crap about him, so he's getting angrier, and that is an interesting storyline to look at. Number 4, the Evas. You would think that they're just cool robot suits, but no. Now, I've had this growing feeling for a long time that they are a lot more than that they are sentient creatures who are being tormented in some way. There's multiple times throughout the series where, they exhibit pain and horror and anger seemingly on their own in a way that didn't feel like the machines were malfunctioning. It was like something was being trapped in there. And now we see that something is. Episode 19 straight up confirms that the suits aren't armor, they're a prison for these creatures. The question is, what creatures? I have no idea, but they're creepy, they're animalistic, and it's what Nerve and Shinji's father seem to want to bring out. And here's the weird thing, it devours, it eats an angel, it shreds it up and eats it. It was a really disconcerting scene, I gotta be honest. Now, initially I thought that these creatures were probably angels, which had been captured and forced into these suits, trained, tortured, whatever you like, and then made to fight other angels. But there's a line where one character says that the only thing that can fight an angel is its opposite, its equal, or something like that. And that got me thinking, we've got a world with angels, why not demons? And these might be demons, alien demons or godlike demons in some way. NEON Genesis has a ton of these dichotomies, God and Satan and Adam and Eve, and so why not angels and demons? It's also really creepy that it grew a human arm. Yeah, I don't know how it did that. Number 5, with all of this stuff, with the angels and the maybe demons and Adam and the human Adam and the Evas, I decided to take a closer look at the opening credits to the anime, which, if you know anything about anime, all the secrets are hidden inside the opening credits. They're always packed with foreshadowing. And I want to take my guess now about the truth of what is going on, okay? The first shot is clearly a reference to the biblical angel description, wings and 1,000 eyes. The lyrics say, like a cruel angel become legend, young boy, which can only really be referring to Shinji. Now, perhaps Shinji is going to become one with the angel, trapped inside his Eva, maybe kind of like Ayanami already has. With this synchronization stuff, that's what it's all been about. We keep returning to synchronization and how closely they can mesh with their Eva. And maybe when they reach a certain threshold, they become something greater. I don't know. Secondly, this diagram looks like a family tree of sorts, but given the evolutionary subtext of the series, I wonder if this is actually an evolutionary tree. But that does get even weirder because it mentions Adonai, which is another name for God, as well as Elohim and Sephiroth, which are various names for either God or his angels, and it's all radiating from Elik Patir, which I don't know the translation of, maybe father of some kind. So maybe it's a pseudo-religious history evolutionary tree, I don't know, but it's clearly tracking something. And Nerve and Akari are trying to figure out what their connection is to the gods, because sometimes in sci-fi, the gods turn out to be aliens, which would work with the Elder Civilization theory. You know, the second impact bringing them back. Lastly, there is this image of Shinji with his Eva with lightning out the sides, kinda like wings, and it mimics the tree diagram at the bottom. You know, it definitely looks like angel wings of some kind, and in my brain, this is thinking that if these creatures have been locked away inside these metal prisons for so long, with these suits of armor, that this might be their true form. You know, some kind of godlike being. I don't know. We will find out in the final episode, huh? Predictions. Number 1, the second impact is important and we're gonna learn about what it really is. We've had references to something landing in Antarctica, and that this all began with Antarctica and Nerve was doing stuff in Antarctica, so they definitely found something in the second impact. I don't know what it is though. Would love to learn. Number 2, as I said, Ayanami is special in some way. I'm going to figure out what. She's going to do something cool. She already knows something. There's something going on with her. Number 3, it is going to get darker. The tone of the series has consistently gone from, you know, happy like Star Wars Phantom Menace to down there with like Warhammer 40k. I'm guessing. I really love this, shift in tone in the series, for the record, and I hope it continues. But I do want more answers. I've been told that it's just very weird, and you're gonna have to figure it out, which I really love. I will watch the end of Evangelion. Apparently that gives you an alternate ending, the true writer's ending. I'll see what it is and see if it all makes sense. But I want to know what Nerve is doing. I want to know what the angels are. I want to know why they're here. I want to know what the overall plan of the Evas really is. I do believe, however, that the waifu wars are an important element of this culture around Neon Evangelion Genesis. And so I am going to participate in, I'm going to partake in this vital cultural divide. And I think we should heal the divides by uniting around the one true waifu, Hikari. That's right. Yeah. Is that controversial? I don't know what the main ones are. It's probably Ayanami and Asuka, right? No, Miss Misato. Miss Misato. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, but I want to know if I'm right. You guys are all probably typing like, ha, he doesn't know anything. I don't know. Stay nerdy, and I will see you in the future.